Thank you so much for joining us today for this exciting product update event on our new Upwork Academy feature. Please note that this event is being recorded and will be available for review at any time on our community events page. And let's go ahead and dive in here. So my name is Will Simpson. I am an event manager at Upwork, and we will be joined today by Michelle Ryan, director of the Upwork Academy, who will be walking us through this exciting new product update. Thanks so much for joining us today, Michelle.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so what we're going to be covering today will be the new Academy feature launch, the Academy coaching, and the new and improved community redesign. So let's go ahead and kick things off. And folks, if you have any questions during the presentation, I strongly advise you to drop them in the Q&A section rather than the chat. The chat moves a bit quick for me to track. So if you have any questions, drop them in the Q&A. We will have a Q&A session at the end of the presentation, okay? Fantastic. So let's start off by talking about some high-level topics on this new resource. Michelle, can you tell us a bit about what Academy is and who it's really meant to support?
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks for having me today. We're really excited to talk about Academy and introduce it. So yeah, what is Academy? We really were hoping to build a space for everyone on Upwork, for the Upwork community to have access to easily accessible interactive suite of resources. We've got a few things within Academy that we'll be talking about today. One of them is our on-demand content. Another is our talent coaching. We also within Academy have skill certifications. And then we'll kind of be going into a little bit more detail on all of these pieces later on. But overall, we're really just trying to improve the community experience for talent on Upwork. And by doing that, we're going to be providing this home, this space, this brand new area within community for everyone to find all of these resources. So one big thing about Academy is that we want to become the source of truth for using the platform and building and growing your business on Upwork. We know that freelancers have had to or chosen to source their own knowledge and advice in the past, either on YouTube or Reddit or through your own sort of like homegrown Facebook groups. And we wanted to create a space where talent could access information without having to go off platform. We're still certainly really in the early stages of development, but we're so excited about the foundation that we've created with our content and resources. And we're just really excited to keep expanding on all of this and all this content and resources that we have to offer. And a couple of features within Academy are brand new, like our content, but there are some features within Academy that just have a new home here. So for instance, coaching, freelancers have had access to coaching in the past. Freelancers might have been invited to a one-on-one coaching session, for instance, but with the new Academy space will also come new ways to engage with our coaching team and to benefit from their expertise. We'll talk a little bit more about coaching updates in a later slide. And then another sort of new home is for Upwork skill certifications. Upwork skill certifications, if you don't know what they are, they're assessments that are provided specifically for WMSD and DNC skills, so web mobile software development and designing creative. And so within Academy, we have a brand new home for USC, and our pages will be including a full list of skills assessments so that you can view also test prep materials for those certifications. And in its new Academy home, USC will just be able to reach a lot more talent. We'll be able to expand our available certifications catalog. And like coaching, USC previously has always been an invite-only feature. With the new Academy launch, we'll be providing a way to request access to Upwork skill certifications so that more of our independent professionals can benefit from having certifications listed on their profile for clients to see. And then, oh, you asked like who's it for, right? Who's our content for? Academy is for everyone. Academy is for those who are new to Upwork. Therefore, Academy is for independent professionals looking to grow and expand their business. Just anyone looking for information on how better to use Upwork and to find work on the platform. I will say that right now, our Academy content is mainly geared toward, talent. We have a couple things that might be relevant for clients. But right now, we're really focused on our talent population, focusing on what some foundational topic areas will be for talent, and then expanding on the courses for those as well. We'll talk about courses and content in a few slides, but really the foundational courses are really great for new talent who are joining the platform or any freelancers who've been looking for like an Upwork 101 set of materials to get started. So again, we're going to be expanding into more advanced content as we move forward. But for right now, all of the content and all of the stuff within Academy is really talent focused and is especially helpful for those who might be new to Upwork or new talent.
That's awesome. Thank you for that. I see a lot of excitement in the chat about people aim to see these being developed. So next up, why don't we talk about why did we create the Academy?
Yeah, so I mentioned before, we kind of had talent and users who were trying to source their own information. And don't get me wrong, like there's some incredible content out there. There are some just stand out, like best in class, like YouTube pages and freelancers who've been so successful in educating others about Upwork. And we really felt like we were kind of behind the game there. So our dream for Academy is just for all talent to have a space where they can access the tools that you need to be successful. We want everyone who's currently on Upwork and any new freelancers who join to have an easy way to learn everything they can about Upwork, how to set up your account, how to create an attractive profile, how to submit proposals and find work. We know that getting started, especially those first few weeks or months, can be really time consuming and sometimes confusing and daunting. So we wanted to do everything we could to provide an easier route for talent to get the foundation that you need to start winning work and earning income faster. Anything we can do to try to reduce the amount of time it takes for you to earn income, we wanted to give everything that we could to make that an easier experience. One big thing that I think is important about Academy is that we really want talent to know that they're receiving trusted and accurate information about Upwork. When talent come to Academy, when anybody comes to Academy, when you're engaging with our content, our courses, speaking to our coaches, receiving your certifications, we want you to be able to trust that the information is current, that it's accurate, and that the information is valuable and something that we really recommend. And then finally, why do we create the Academy? We're really passionate about bringing in new talent with new skill sets and, aligning that with who our clients are looking to hire. There are incredible stories on Upwork of freelancers who've changed their lives on the platform. We really want to amplify those stories. We want to inspire other independent professionals to do the same. At the end of the day, Upwork's for everyone. We want our talent pool to reflect that. And so providing the support and these resources through Academy, we just really hope that it will allow more talent to be successful and to be successful faster, right? So try to reduce that amount of time it takes to get started.
Absolutely. This is something that's really hits home for me. I know when I first started, Upwork changed my life in a very drastic way, going from corporate to freelance, and Upwork was a major part of my success. And my ramp up time to find that success was, I don't know, maybe 4 months. And then I wish I had these resources available or knew about these different online resources that were available back then, because now I think I've been able to help take a lot of people's process from 4 months down to maybe 2 weeks before they're really wheeling and dealing. So this is a fantastic resource that I'm really excited for everyone. And you raise a very good point. There are a lot of good resources out there online, YouTube, different forums, whatever. But ultimately, what works in one area may not work on another. It may not translate to the Upwork platform and the way people really want to interact with it. So it is nice to have that sort of like stamped, verified, yes, we've tried it, this works. So it's fantastic information. So I know Upwork has a whole host of resources. We have support articles, community forums, where independent professionals can go and get guidance or just inspiration if needed. Now, how does the Academy differ from those existing resources that are available?
It's a really good question. And yes, I agree. Like there's so much on the platform already that's really helpful. And we have so many of our teams that are constantly creating resource articles and support and help articles. Upwork Help and the Resource Center, they've done a wonderful job providing users with answers to their questions and a place to go for specific information. What I think sets Academy apart is that it's the type of content and the experience overall. Help in the Resource Center, they really require you to know what questions to ask. And sometimes that's a really hard thing, right? Like I'm just getting started. I don't know what I need to know. And so, what I think sets us apart is that it's hard for you to have a sense of the information that you need to be looking for and to be able to consume that also in article format. So Academy is a place to get everything you need to get started and succeed on the platform in an interactive and engaging way. And it does not require you to know what questions to ask. Again, we know like the beginning can be really time consuming and daunting, and there's just so much information. We want Academy to be a place where everyone feels comfortable as they receive this foundational information and getting their business started and finding work. And we also want within Academy there to be a diverse set of resources, right? So help in the resource center, it's very text-based. It's a lot of articles. It's a lot of just, text on a screen too. It's very, hey, you want to know this specific question that you have about your profile? Okay, here you go. It can be pretty transactional. We want you to be able to come into Academy and say, hey, I'm brand new. I have no idea where to get started. I don't know anything about Upwork or what it means to be a freelancer here. Can you help me? And we are going to provide you like a very guided, supportive experience. And we're going to show you what you need to know as opposed to you having to come to us knowing what to ask first. I hope that makes sense, right? It's like a little less transactional, a little bit more, hey, we're like bringing you on this journey with us and we're so happy to have you here. Let's show you what you need. And we'll talk a little bit more about learning paths as well as we go through. But I think that that's kind of another feature that really sets us apart from Help and Resource Center is versus just like that article format. We've really diversified a lot of the formats of our resources because we also know there's a lot of different learners out there as well.
Absolutely. I'm getting a few people in chat saying that they can't see the video right now. They can only see the slides. If that's the case, I apologize. There might be a technical issue there. Hopefully you can see us. If not, let the music of our voice carry you. All right. So I'm going to swap tabs here and play us a brief introduction video showcasing the new Academy page. So give me just a moment here. And we'll go ahead and play this. And you should be able to hear as well.
Hello and welcome to Upwork Academy. My name is Michelle Ryan and I'm the director of Upwork Academy. I'm really excited to do a quick walkthrough of these new pages and features now available in the Upwork community. First, at the top, you'll see a featured article called Learn More about Upwork Academy. It's an overview of what's new, what features are available, and is a handy source for helpful links, so a great page to bookmark for future use. Next on our homepage, you'll see a few trending courses. Our Academy courses are deep dives into topics that we've created specifically for this new Academy space. And there are actually 12 available at the time of my filming this, and these 3 are just the most popular ones this morning. We'll talk a lot more about courses and content in a moment. Next, you'll see learning paths. Right here. We have 5 learning paths currently available, and learning paths are curated collections of resources that we've created to offer a guided experience through our tools and resources so that it's easy for you to find the content that you need. We actually have a separate video that we'll share shortly that goes more in depth into the learning paths. Next, we'll check out our Explore section right here.
So people saying they cannot see the video. I apologize here. Let me check my settings, see what I've got. Sound. It is sharing.
Oh yeah, some people can see it.
Some people can see it.
Here. And so this section has some quick links to get you started. If you're looking for resources on rate or proposals, click one of these tiles and you'll find a collection of items related to that topic. You'll also see another link to courses here and then a link for videos. Videos can be content we've created, recorded events related to Academy topics, or webinars and similar resources for you to check out. And then, of course, the link to our FAQ page. Lastly is our Get Guidance section. Well, you'll see a link to coaching, our community groups, if you want to sign up, a link to our resource center, and then FAQs as well. And then we'll find our Get Inspired section. So our Get Inspired section is where we've added some additional links for more content and ways to engage. First, you'll see a link to attend live events, much like the one you're in right now, and you can find out more about our Upwork collab. You can view recordings of past events in case you missed one on a topic of interest, and finally, a link to our podcast page. I'll also go up and show that there's a drop down here for Academy that offers some really quick access to learning paths, courses, videos, and frequently asked questions. We highly recommend you take a look around, explore our pages.
All right, let me see here. Get back to our slides. Okay, I had a really good question pop up while this video was going. Is the Academy an additional paid feature, or is it included in your Upwork membership?
Oh, that is such a good question. Everything in Academy is free. We do not have any plans at any point to charge for any of these resources. We like everything that we have to offer here is we have no intention at least while I'm the director of Upwork Academy, to charge for any of this. I will say that as we add features, the only thing that, I'll be transparent. The only thing that we may down the road, if it's something that we pursue, if we want to add courses like a Coursera course, or there's like Grow with Google, right? Has like a full suite of courses, or Udemy or something like that, not related to Upwork. If we ever add content that is like, hey, you came to Upwork and you're a graphic designer, wonderful, you're a freelancer on Upwork doing graphic design work, and you want to start a new career in a completely different area, and you want to learn a new skill and take a class and get certified in in architecture, something completely different. We certainly would love to be able to provide resources like that. I don't know that our team specifically would be able to build courses around that content. So we may down the road partner with an external provider of courses. Those may have a fee associated with it, but anything in Academy that is about how to use Upwork, how to build your business on Upwork, how to use our platform, how to find work, how to work with clients, we have no intention of ever charging for this. We absolutely feel like this is a feature that should just be part of the package you get from using our platform.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that was a very good point brought out from one of our attendees. The Academy is not accessible through Upwork.com. It's through the community side of Upwork. I'm going to drop a link in the chat right now. This is a direct link to it. Go ahead and bookmark that. But again, if you're trying to access it just from Upwork.com, you actually need to be on the community Upwork side of things. So just to avoid any confusion, thank you for bringing that up. And let's go ahead and move to the next section here. So let's take a deeper look at the current on-demand content available to us. Michelle, can you walk us through the current overview of available courses?
Yeah, well, I'm so excited to talk about courses. So Academy courses are these interactive, really in-depth courses on how to tackle whatever specific topic area. So we've got 12 courses available at the moment, and some of them are longer than others. Some of the topic areas are huge, but they're really detailed, and like truly when you go into these courses, if you can see the full list right here, for instance, submitting proposals. It is everything you would need or want to know about submitting proposals. It is truly like start to finish, A to Z, everything you need to know about a topic area. So we've started with these 12. And as I mentioned, Academy right now is very helpful for getting started and laying that foundation. We absolutely hope to and will be adding courses to the catalog. These are just the first 12 that we started with. But it really is like just to make sure that you know everything that you need to know about getting started on Upwork. Something that's great also with the courses is that, I say they're interactive, but what does that mean? As you're going through and you're clicking through, it really like tracks your progress. It lets you know which sections you've finished. The way that you navigate it is really easy. There's a progress bar, so you can come back into the course if you need to jet out for something and come back in. There are knowledge checks within the courses as well. So just, really great way to say, hey, kind of, did you get all of that information dense, section that you just sat through? Let's do a knowledge check. There's like little quizzes throughout. So we're so thrilled with these courses. We highly recommend you take a look at these. So again, this is the first 12. We'll be adding more as we continue. And at the end of a course, I'll do a little plug here. As we're building Academy, as we're launching right now, we're so interested in your feedback, right? This is all for you. We're making this for our talent, for our freelancers, for all the independent professionals that are on Upwork. Is there a topic that you really want to have us make a course on? Is there feedback that you have about the format of a course or the information that was provided? Is there feedback that you have about how long it might take to get through a course? So, we're so interested in having you guys kind of let us know what you like, what you didn't like. So at the end of each course, when you sit through them, just know that there is an opportunity to submit feedback. There's a survey. So highly encourage you to check out any of these courses, or multiple of the courses, or all of the courses would be wonderful. And again, at the end of them, go ahead and fill out our feedback form. We really want to hear from you. And your feedback is also what has so far shaped the courses that we've chosen to make too. So we're really listening to our users. Early feedback has been great, but we want to make sure that there is a way for you to kind of contribute to the next list that are going to be launched. So all the future courses, we'll be kind of looking at the feedback and seeing what's priority for you guys before we continue to make these.
That's great. And there's another question here I just thought pertinent while we're on the topic. So the Academy is on the community side of Upwork rather than the primary side of Upwork. Do you use your typical Upwork login to access it, or do you have to have a separate login on the community side to access it currently?
Yeah, you have to have a community account. And so I'm trying to think if there's all this other, there's so many other features in the community space. And we have a couple slides from now. We have a little bit of information just on the full community relaunch. But yeah, community is a separate space. So you'll need to have a community login.
Cool. Good to know, just so everyone's not confused if their credentials don't work.
And if you have
Right.
questions, obviously, reach out to support. We'll help you.
Absolutely. Yeah, our support team is fantastic. So next up here is a learning paths. Let's dive into that a little bit.
Yeah, learning paths are awesome. We're really excited about learning paths. I know there's a video too, so I won't go like too much into detail on this slide. But learning paths are a way that we have, as I was mentioning, when you come in, we don't want you to have to figure out where to go or what to consume or what resources are best. We have essentially like scoured all of Upwork and put together these curated bundles of content based on a topic area. So there are 5 learning paths currently available. The current learning paths available are focused on, again, helping independent professionals get started. We plan to expand the offerings to independent professionals who are looking to grow and take their business to the next step on Upwork. We'd also like to create client learning paths in the future as well, but they're awesome. It's basically like we've done all the work for you, right? So if you want to come in and say, yeah, I want Upwork 101, right? I've never been on here before. I'm just getting started. Give me everything I need to know for Upwork 101. And so the learning paths can have, there probably are going to be multiple courses in the learning paths. There's going to be links to recordings of events in the past that we think are really helpful, links to articles or resources across Upwork that we think are just really informative and helpful for the specific topic area. So highly recommend you check out learning paths. Again, there's 5 available. And we have a quick video here to kind of walk through a little bit more in depth about learning paths and to give a visual so you can see what these look like.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull it up here. Give me just one moment. Okay. Run into a bit of buffering here. Apologies for my internet. Classic technology. Let me go ahead and just reload this page. Apologies, folks.
Hello, my name's Haley, and I'm the Customer Education and Training Specialist here at Upwork Academy. Let's take a look at a learning path. On the Academy homepage, as you scroll down, you'll see there's a section titled Learning Paths. This is where you can find all of the offerings that we currently have available. Also at the top of the page in the Upwork Community Navigation menu, you'll see an option that says Academy with a drop-down where you can also find all of the learning paths. Let's say that I'm an independent professional who's new to Upwork and I just want to know where to get started. I'm going to go ahead and select the New to Upwork 101 learning path. And when it brings me to the first page here, I can see I'm on the first lesson. And it looks like it's an infographic explaining the advantages of being an independent professional on Upwork. You can hide this menu on the left-hand side that lists all of the lessons within the learning path so that you have more space to view the content that's currently on the screen. And when you want to see the list, you can simply expand and revisit all of the lessons. Let's say that I've looked through all this information and I'm ready to move on to the next lesson. I can do so by selecting the next lesson in the list, or I can click Next Lesson at the bottom of the page. Some of the lessons link out to other resources across the Upwork website, like this one here, and it simply opens in a new tab of your browser at the top. So you can scroll through and read the information, review the examples, and when you're ready to go back to the learning path within Upwork Academy, you can simply navigate to the tab that's still open or close out this one and it takes you back there. Now, as you move through the lessons within a learning path, you'll see that you get a little green check mark each time, marking your progress as you go. Your progress is also marked across the bottom here. You can see a bar that is loading as you complete each item. Now, you don't have to complete all of the lessons in a learning path in one sitting. You can actually come back and resume and pick up where you left off. We currently have 5 learning paths that are available. 4 of them are geared towards independent professionals and helping you get started on Upwork, and 1 of them is geared towards enterprise clients getting started. But all learning paths are available to everyone. We're so excited about this new interactive experience, and we hope that you are too. We hope you find it helpful. Feel free to visit Academy and try out a learning path today.
Awesome. Good stuff. All right, I see a lot of good questions in the chat section here. Don't worry, we will be getting to them. I promise you we'll have Q&A here. So let's just try and get to the last few slides here and then we'll pivot over to Q&A. So for our final section of today's product event, we would like to talk to highlight the Academy coaching. Michelle, can you provide some context for us on what Academy coaching involves? I know this team has been working hard to support our talent community for some time now. So it's really exciting to see a more community-facing option for us to engage with this team. Those who have attended some of our other events may recognize members of this team from our Talent Toolbox events, where Upwork coaches join me for deep dive sessions on various aspects of succeeding on Upwork as an independent professional. So that's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about our coaches. As you said, they've been doing this work for years. They're experts on Upwork. They have been the source of so much of our information and the content coming out of Academy. And we're just so thrilled to have them as part of the Academy team. So what is Academy coaching? If you don't know what it is, we've got a series of coaches who previously in years past were providing invite-only one-on-one coaching with independent professionals. And that coaching could be on, so many different kinds of topics, right? Maybe it was a profile review. Maybe it was feedback on proposals they were submitting, helping them find work, just sort of one-on-one, hey, I'm struggling with a topic, or I want to get some coaching to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to be successful on the platform. But yeah, our coaches are informed and experts in so many different topics across Upwork. We relied so heavily on them as we were building out Academy. And now they have this new space within Academy. They have a new home here. We're thrilled to have them, but there's also a slight difference in how we're providing coaching to our talent. So as I mentioned, it used to be invite only and it was one-on-one. And we know that it was really valuable for freelancers and independent professionals who were receiving coaching, but we weren't able to provide coaching to as many freelancers as we wanted to. And so we're changing the way that we're delivering coaching. So instead of a one-on-one model, we are opening up the resource for freelancers to actually sign up to join coaching cohorts. So you do not have to wait for an invitation. You do not have to wait for us to reach out to you individually. There is now the ability, we're so excited, for talent to be able to opt in to cohort coaching. So what is cohort coaching? Basically, instead of one-on-one, we're doing a group coaching model. So we're putting freelancers, independent professionals, our customers, our users, into cohorts together. And what it does is allow us to build a little mini community, and everybody can ask questions. You have a dedicated coach. You can do still one-on-one coaching, but it allows us to share information and for the coaches to share their expertise with a larger group at once so that more people can benefit from working with them, being coached by them. And the cohorts are all different depending on who's in the cohort. So let me answer. I feel like I can see the questions coming in. What makes up a cohort? A cohort can be so many different things. It could be as small as 25 freelancers. It could be based on the industry area for those freelancers. It could be based on whether you're new to Upwork or whether you have been on Upwork for years, you're returning talent. It could be a cohort for rising talent on the platform or top rated talent on the platform. It could be a cohort with a special social impact interest. For instance, we had a really beautiful Mother's Day campaign. We were bringing lots of moms to join Upwork. And we had coaching cohorts where we were pulling from the moms group. So the cohorts, the makeup of the cohorts differs wildly. Again, it could be as small as 25. There could be as many as 300 in a coaching cohort. But yeah, so that's like the new model for how we're delivering coaching. And in our new Academy page, there are live cohorts right now that you can request to join. So you'll see they're closed, but you go in and you say, I would like to request to join this cohort. And what's going to happen on the back end is our team is going to make sure that you are joining the correct cohort for your needs. So if you're joining the rising talent cohort and you say, hey, I want to join this cohort, and we realize you're not rising talent, our team will automatically route you into the right cohort so that you can be connected with the other freelancers, the other independent professionals that are in the right group for you. So again, brand new space for our coaches. There's a screenshot on the next slide too that kind of talks about what coaching is, kind of what sorts of topic areas are reviewed in coaching. These are a couple of our coaches and their beautiful faces on here. But yeah, it used to be a very sort of exclusive one-on-one experience. We are opening up this coaching experience so that anybody who's interested can sign in, can request to join a cohort. You can get access to coaching, and you'll be put into like a group together so that you can learn from each other, share best practices as you're being coached. And just generally, we want more freelancers to be able to take advantage of this incredible team that we have and all of their knowledge and expertise. And we'll be opening up tons of cohorts. Every couple of weeks, we'll have more that you can join. But absolutely right now with the launch, I think there's 4 live right now. There's 4 cohorts that are live for people to request to join. And I think those are launching on the 13th. So yeah, very excited about coaching. It's a brand new kind of delivery model for this. So even though it's a new space and a new delivery model, these are our same coaches. They've been here for years, experts. We're thrilled to have them. And we know that our independent professionals are going to love working with them.
Yeah, and I'm getting a lot of questions, maybe people that missed this answer before. Is the coaching in the Academy free? It sure is.
Yes,
that's fantastic
absolutely.
news. Yeah, like I have trouble wrapping my mind around it too. It's such an amazing resource. So this is why we're so excited to be presenting this. And a lot of people were asking a question for, sorry, go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say, the best problem is that, we have so many who want to be coached that we have to get more coaches. Like we would love that, right? So right now we have 4 coaches, and, we know that we can't serve everyone, but we definitely at least want anyone who's interested to be able to request it, right? We want you to be able to access this resource if you want to. And certainly we're excited to see, where the demand is, how many people are really interested in coaching. And certainly we are going to be expanding on all of the things in Academy, and coaching might be that as well, right? We might just have people who are really interested in one-on-one profile reviews. Okay, great. We want to be able to flex depending on what kind of feedback we get from you guys. So again, feedback is crucial. We'd love for you guys to explore all these areas, coaching included, and let us know what you want to see more of.
Absolutely. And I know on the coaching side of things, one of the things that they're trying to address now is how to move from one-on-one to more being able to present to a larger group of people, because it's such valuable information, and a lot of the topics are quite archetypal, and everyone encounters this. How do I set my prices? How do I write a good proposal? All the usual suspects, where it doesn't matter if you're a lawyer or you're a graphic designer like me or whatever the case. So the cohorts that Michelle mentioned, those are a valuable way to get in there, but it's an evolving process. So again, give us that feedback, participate, tell us what's working, tell us what isn't. It's all good stuff. And we got one more section before Q&A. Apologies. So hand in hand with the Academy releases, some of you have may have noticed some updates to the community section of Upwork, bit of a facelift. So Michelle, can you walk us through some of the updates to this area?
Yeah, so our whole community space got a redesign. Yeah, facelift certainly is the word. We got a new homepage, updates to forums, like all of these features have increased functionality and scalability. There's a couple things I do want to mention specifically though. One are the community groups. If you haven't seen these community groups, we've got so many community groups. They're amazing. The community groups are these spaces for that specific community. And there's all different types of community groups that we've built. Feel free to go and take a look. And it's a space for you to connect, learn, grow with each other. You can share information, share your best practices. We know that there might be some similar experiences, whether you are joining a community group based on a specific region or for a specific identity group, whatever that is. We just love that these community groups allow you to share with each other, and it's like a little mini community. So new community groups are launching monthly. Again, they provide this like great sense of belonging to members, especially those in rapidly scaling location-based groups. Current groups include USA, Philippines, Pakistan, Kenya, Egypt, Ukraine, Moldova, Hungary, Poland, there's like so many, many more country groups are also coming throughout 2022. Several of these groups saw hundreds or thousands of members join within the first few days of launch. So really, really popular. We're seeing tons of engagement in those groups. I absolutely recommend you go check them out. There's also a lot happening with our community events team. We've got a new hosting platform that we're going to be rolling out, and it's got enhanced event offerings. We're really going to be turning events into like this one-stop shop for content from upcoming live, past community events. And we're launching a new community event series, the Community Hours. And again, we've got, as always, amazing product events, interactive workshops, the expert talks. Will is an amazing host, right? So we know that in addition to all of the new features, will be bringing all these great events, and we're going to be tying some of the localized events as well for talent, and hosting in-language events with like geo-custom content. We've got 5 international markets during the second quarter, so just so much exciting stuff happening across the entire community space. We know that this event is specific to Academy, but we just want you to know that our updates, our launch, our redesign is not just for Academy, it's for all of community. So I know this is like so much stuff, but you can spend a ton of time in community, check out Academy, check out events, check out our new platform, go and look through those community groups. We're so excited to have all of you just start engaging with all of this content and all of these new spaces that we've created. So please feel free to go and explore. And we're really excited to hear from you, and really excited to hear what you think and recommendations you might have for us to grow into some of these spaces.
Awesome. Thanks, Michelle. And with that, let's get to the Q&A. We have a lot of good questions and questions here. So let's get some answers going. One of the ones that was brought up quite a lot, to access the Academy, is there an app for this, or is it purely accessible through desktop? Is it mobile friendly? What's that situation look like?
Really, really good question. So we don't have mobile optimization yet. So a lot of them function on mobile. So for instance, the courses, you can go through a course on mobile. It's just not going to be optimized in a way that it's going to be as like smooth and as intuitive as you want it to be. We are working on that. But I would say mobile optimization is probably going to come in sort of bits and pieces as we tackle each of these different areas. I think honestly, community events is probably going to be the one that gets there before us. So right now there's no sort of like app. It's basically, desktop is going to be the best way to consume Academy content at this moment. Not that you can't do it on your mobile. It's just not going to look as beautiful on mobile until we get to that mobile optimization.
Perfect. Just typing an answer into a question here. And will the program be free of charge? Yes, free of charge. It's awesome. I know it's hard to believe. And great question here. It's come up quite a few times. Can someone get certified by doing the courses on the Academy, sort of like the Upwork certification? Is that synonymous? Is that separate? What does that look like?
This is such a great question. So I will say we have so many ideas for like badging and gamification of the stuff within Academy. Right now, we don't have a way to be certified in the Academy courses, but we're really working on that. So we're working on ways to kind of, and I think I saw a couple questions in there too, ways to show your Academy accomplishments and engagement on the platform. Right now, everything we're doing is kind of community based, right? So in community, maybe you'll get a badge, or maybe you'll be, Upwork Academy certified, right? Like you've gone through all these learning paths. We want you to be able to acknowledge the fact that you've consumed all of this. You've got this great foundational knowledge of everything Upwork related. So more to come in that space. What we are not able to do at this moment is anything specific in profile, right? So like client facing or customer facing, we don't really have anything that, for Academy yet. We really hope to be able to do that, but that's definitely something that's kind of like in phase 2 as we move forward. We are also going to be putting together a lot more like quizzes for Academy content. So when you, let's say, go through a learning path, you pass a quiz, that you get a badge, or yes, that you can be like certified via Academy. Right now, we don't have that functionality perfect and up and running yet, but it's absolutely on our radar. We're really excited to do that. It's something that we're looking into, but it's not up at the moment. But yeah, I hope I answered the questions too. Like there isn't really stuff profile facing yet. I mean, we would love that. We're certainly striving and marching toward that end goal, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, no worries. Let me see here. So there's a couple of questions about regarding content. Is this going to be only for people that are new to the platform, or is it going to be useful for people that are maybe in the mid-section of their success and still ramping up? I believe we touched on this before, but let's go ahead and circle back to that topic.
Yeah, so I will say for right now, Upwork Academy content is very much focused on like a new to Upwork independent professional, right? Like I'm new to this platform. I don't know that much about being a freelancer, how to make my profile stand out, how to work really well with clients. But as we move forward, we're going to be kind of stepping away to the, okay, I'm new to Upwork, what do I need? And moving into more of serving that middle class. Hey, you've been on Upwork for a couple of years and you want to take your business to the next level. So upcoming courses, upcoming content, upcoming videos, and even our coaching cohorts and the coaching content that we have, we're moving now towards more of an advanced independent professional. How are we serving those who have, again, been on the platform for a while and want to either kind of ramp up, or maybe they plateaued and they want to take their business to the next level, or you're trying to grow. Hey, I'm rising talent. I want to become top talent, top rated. So more content to come on serving more of the advanced talent. But right now, most of the items and content and courses in Academy are going to be those who are just getting started.
Absolutely. And on that same sort of topic, is on the roadmap, is Academy looking to provide any support content for those that are interested in creating agencies?
We would love to. And yes, it is on our list. When I tell you we've got a full catalog, we have a long spreadsheet of things that we want to tackle. And that is a great one. It's actually been suggested a couple times. So we know that it's something that's like really high interest. So yes, we will get there. But that's such a great suggestion. Like all of that kind of feedback, like, hey, I want a course on this, or I want you guys to tackle this topic. Like we love that. Keep sending that to us. We want to hear from you. And I will say you'll see a lot more as we start launching and adding more content throughout the rest of the year. But the agency one, we get that question a lot. So we know that it's really important. It's a really popular topic. So yes, you will see some content around building an agency.
Okay. Someone was asking what the question was originally there. The question was based on, are there going to be courses for those that are interested in making an academy? So that's what we were talking to, future iterations of many interesting topics. And another one on this same topic, which I think I know the answer to here, but are there any intentions to be making courses around bookkeeping, taxes, things of that nature? Is that going to be on there?
Yes, it is. So
really?
That kind of content, we actually have recognized the need for that as a community. So as the community team, we actually feel the need for that. So that kind of content might wind up being general community content. It may not wind up being academy content, but we understand the need for all of that. Like just basics, like, hey, I'm trying to build a business. I need to know some of these just like pillars of being an independent professional, right? Yeah, bookkeeping, taxes, all of that great stuff. We also know that there's a lot of need for, again, region-specific content and information around those areas. So we're really looking to try and create content that can be either used universally or that we can be a little bit more specific depending on what country or region that you're from. So it may not be Academy who's building that, but in community, we have actually heard like so much feedback that there's a need for that. We're absolutely going to be working on that. I would say definitely keep an eye out for in the rest of 2022. We're going to be creating content around these. Whether it will be an actual course, I'm not sure. It might wind up being like a short video or an article or something like that. But absolutely, I love that question because it kind of reaffirms, right? Like everything we're hearing is what is kind of being asked for.
That's great. It's good to know we've got our finger on the pulse and we're receiving good information and able to digest it. There's been a couple of questions where people are asking like, hey, I'm new to Upwork, having trouble finding a job, or questions. Those specific topics, we're not going to get into that in this one, but check out the Academy. They'll teach you. And also the previously recorded events, we do deep dives on writing good proposals, communicating with client, what success looks like, how to set your pricing, you name it. There's content for it, and we do it continually. We talk to people that are, the top in their industries in the different Upwork categories. We say, hey, teach us, give us your wisdom. So I'm going to drop that link in the chat right now. Bookmark it, tattoo it on your arm, whatever gets it to work. I promise you, this is a resource you want. I'm also going to drop the Academy link again here. These are super important. Definitely bookmark them, honestly. It took, as I mentioned in the beginning of the event, if these resources were available to me on day one, it would have taken my 4-month ramp time for me to find my stride and really have, ongoing work. It would have taken that down to, I anticipate, about 2 weeks. So use the resources. Attending this webinar was the first in a series of excellent decisions you've made, right? Probably not the first, I didn't mean that. Let me see here. Let me squeeze in a few more questions.
While you're looking for questions, I will say one thing that we're kind of focused on as well. We have these courses, we have all of these learning paths, access to coaches, is that we know, I think I mentioned this earlier, we know there's different kinds of learners, right? We know that not everybody wants to read an article or sit through a course. The courses, as I mentioned, they're very in-depth, right? It's a lot of information. It might be too much. You might say, you know what, I don't want to have to sit through an entire course to get this one specific piece of information. So throughout 2022, just know that we're going to be really diversifying the format of what we're delivering in the content. So you're going to see some shorter videos available. You're going to see some like animation style videos too. We think that's going to be really fun for people. Infographics, just little different things. So the content that you see now, I just want to throw out, it's not going to be that we're just going to be making new courses or that we're just going to be adding learning paths. You're going to see a lot of different kinds of content come through. We want to make sure that no matter who you are, where you are in the world, what time of day you want to consume something and in what form, that there's something available for you in Academy that is getting you the information that you need in the format that you want it to be.
Cool. Getting a lot of questions about the coaching side of things. Probably don't have the ability to go in a deep dive, Michelle. Maybe you can talk to these, maybe you don't. But the questions are, what is a time commitment to participate in a coaching cohort? If I'm not mistaken, it's how many weeks?
That's a great question. So the cohorts right now are running anywhere, usually they're about 2 weeks. And so you'll be part of the cohort for 2 weeks. There'll be a launch date for the cohort and an end date for the cohort. And the time commitment is completely up to you. We have some independent professionals who are in a cohort and they are just kind of sitting and engaging and listening and consuming as people are answering questions and sharing information. And then there are some who are in the cohort who are actively asking questions, who are signing up for one-on-one sessions, who are attending all of the group coaching events, who are going through all of the events. It's really as much as you want to get out of the cohort experience, but they run about 2 weeks right now. We have some cohorts who might run a little bit longer. And that's just either because that specific cohort has requested for it to run longer. But that's kind of the sweet spot that we found is 2 weeks. We get a lot of information to you. There's a lot of coaching that gets done in that 2 weeks. And we want you also to know that if you're not ready, if you're like, hey, I'm really interested in coaching, but the next 2 weeks aren't great for me. Okay, wonderful. There's always going to be new cohorts coming after them. So if you see a date in the future, hey, this month I really have a lot of time to spend on building my Upwork account and my profile, I want to join a cohort, then great, go ahead and add a calendar invitation and you can go in and sign up for a cohort that aligns with the timeline that works best for you.
Perfect. And then how to get involved in the coaching, again, that's on the Academy page. If you scroll down a little bit, I believe on the left-hand side, one of the tiles is coaching. So all the information's right there. Go ahead and click on that. Follow the link. I'll drop that link again here in just a moment.
And you won't be able to join the cohort automatically. You request to join, and then our team members on the back end will be admitting folks once they make sure that you've chosen the right cohort, right? So, and if you didn't choose the right cohort, no worries. They'll kind of bump you over to the correct cohort. But just know that it's not a, hey, I'm going to click and join and immediate. It's like, oh, no, you request, you go into a queue, we approve everybody. And again, I think those launch on the 13th.
Awesome.
Just ones that are live.
And a couple of questions here. Maybe this is something that's already a part of it and we don't know, or maybe it's on the horizon, but are closed captions going to be available on the Academy courses?
Oh, great question. We don't have closed captions available yet, but yes, we are looking into that. It's part of just general localization efforts that we're looking at for this year. It could be, voiceover, it could be closed captioning, could be just translation. We're trying to figure out the best way to go about that and what specific regions are going to be priority. So more to come on that. At the moment, everything is English, but we're really excited to kind of see what options we have and also to get your guys' feedback on which which translation option you like best too, right? So we don't want to lay something on top of all of the courses and realize it's like the least popular one. So we'll definitely be doing a lot of testing as we figure out kind of the best way to make it work for everyone.
Cool. Yeah, and in regards to, there's been a couple questions on if they're in different languages. When we've been talking about that localization, that term is the effort exactly to take the content, if it starts in English or wherever it starts, to put it in different languages where we have a lot of community members. I think we're starting at about 5 primary locations. I know it's the Philippines, US, Ukraine adjacent. I don't know the whole list off the top of my head, but it is one of our big pushes this year and moving forward is to have this content available in different languages. So if it's English is not your first language, or I'm talking way too fast, which I know I do sometimes, I apologize. Hopefully we'll have that resolved in the coming months.
Yeah, and some of the formats are easier as well. The courses, again, I don't want to make them sound daunting, but there's so much information in the courses, right? They're these like full, in-depth, information-rich resources. Those might be a little harder for us as opposed to like these new videos that we're rolling out. Again, we're going to be rolling out videos. They might be anywhere from 30 seconds to like 3-minute videos that are just, quick little snippets of specific info. Those might be easier for us to translate or provide closed captioning for than other content. So just keep an eye out as we try to experiment with providing that service for some of our different resources. Some of them might happen faster than others.
Absolutely. See if we have time to squeeze in one more question here. Oh, good question. Can we upload our own courses?
Ooh, we do not have that ability
That's a very good
yet.
volunteer right there. I like that.
Oh my gosh, I love it. We do not have that ability yet, but we are uploading your own courses. That's so great. We don't have that option yet. I will definitely take that to the team. We want the Academy space to be as interactive and engaging as we can make it. So if that's something that people really want to be able to do, love the feedback. I'll absolutely take it to the team. We can see what kind of options we have for you being able to personalize your Academy space as much as possible. And certainly that can include like uploading your own. Yeah, we don't have a way to upload your own courses yet. I will say we've seen some incredible content from independent professionals across the world, though. Like we've been so impressed by what people have made and created and how you've been supporting each other as a community before the Academy was built. We hope we can offer, as much support as we can that might compete with what you've been consuming before. But yeah, so far we don't have a way for independent professionals to add their own.
No problem. It might be a good destination for that would be in like the groups or the community, as you were saying. There's plenty of people that are looking to, do a think tank sort of presentation with other people in the same sort of space. So sharing your knowledge is a huge part of what makes this community so successful.
Absolutely.
I'm going to drop some links here in the chat. So what we have here is the Academy access, as well as the event recordings, as well as upcoming events. So like later, we're going to be doing a product release on the Available Now badge and the boosted proposals. So there's a whole bunch of good stuff coming up and previously recorded. I highly recommend you check it out. Definitely bookmark those sites. It will help you immensely. Thank you so much for joining us today, Michelle. I really appreciate all the time in putting this together, and I'm really excited to see as this evolves. Just judging by the chat, people are blown away by this new feature, especially that it doesn't cost anything extra. And a quick note before we pivot out here, I think judging by what some people were saying, they were able to use a regular Upwork login on the community side to log in. Did not know. Previously, we're not able to, so check it out. May work just fine.
Cool.
Earlier, I said it didn't work. I may have been wrong there. But thank you again, Michelle. I really appreciate you taking the time and for putting this together for us.
Thank you.
And folks, I'm going to drop a link here in the chat. We do a post-event survey. Once we exit the event here, it will go ahead and drop you in that, but I'm going to drop this link here anyway. We love your feedback. Tell us what's working, tell us what's not working, tell us what you'd like to hear more about. These events are for you, and if they're not useful for you, we're wasting our time. Okay, so there it is, the link in the chat there. Again, once I exit the thing, it will actually launch it as well. So thanks again, everyone, for attending. We really appreciate it all around the world. Super exciting. And we look forward to seeing you for our next event. Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you later.